Hello my friends and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play Series part 159. So first of all, I'll just get the Goosebumps book out of the way. Um I might as well say the intro first though. Please smash that like button. I think that's what I need to say in order for it to light up. I think I said hit that like button before, and that didn't seem to work. So I'm going to try saying that other thing and see if I can see it. Maybe the owner of the channel just can't see it, even if they haven't liked it. I know the owner of the channel can like their own videos, but I'm gonna like try different things and see if one of them can spark it, and then if not, maybe I can check other accounts I have, and then see if like for one of the ones I haven't liked it with, which is pretty much all of them, I'll see if it lights up. It shouldn't be because I'm subscribed with all of them though. I think they're independent. And that would make sense that they would be independent of each other. Yeah. So, but I definitely did say they're subscribed, right? Because, like, luckily that is, like, pretty easy. Like, you just say the one word and they'll, like, light up. Too bad you can't just say the one word for the like. But I guess that makes sense because, if you just say it within a normal sentence, it may get confused and be like, are you trying to say to like the video, or are you just saying that because it was included within a sentence for some reason? Because there's a lot of different reasons you would say that word. Anyway, moving out of that, when you do subscribe, if you like, you can also ring the notification bell. Too bad that doesn't light up, but like that would be kind of nice, like if it lit up after you already subscribed and then you can like go back and see the notification bell light up. That would be kind of nice, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like they have a code for that yet. Maybe in the future. I mean, this is still, I think, fairly new. Yeah. But yeah, you can subscribe. I'm starting to put my videos into playlists, like a little bit of it at a time, but I'm starting to put my videos into playlists again. It's pretty easy since they're pretty much all Let's Plays from now on. So I'm putting them all in the Let's Play playlist. Actually, I'm sorry, this is part 161. I'll make sure to get the title right though. I'm sorry, this is part 161 of the series, not what I said. Sometimes I get confused because I'm looking at the home instead of the videos, and it doesn't always show the latest video there. But anyway, yeah, you can like feel free to so now that I'm starting to put them into playlists, the personalized could do a little bit more for you. So hopefully it does, and the all will still like pretty much do the same thing, and then the none would pretty much do the same thing. It all depends like how much you control you want of it. And then none can be useful if you're looking to take a break or something, or you're just waiting for content that you'd actually enjoy. And don't worry, I'll give you a little bit of a head notice when I'm going into a new video. I think I'm gonna like I don't really have the subscription. I don't think I want to get the PlayStation subscription again. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to use one of my games that I actually own. I'm starting to get like maybe like a game a month from like GameStop, whatever I can find. It may not always be PlayStation, but I still have a few PlayStation. With how long they take to get through, I think I should be fine. At least for the time being, just doing the physical copies. And if I need to, I can always like maybe get the cheaper subscription. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I could also just play one of the free games if people want to see that on PlayStation. I know there's some good ones out there like Genshin Impact, which I mean like those games pretty much never end though. So like that's the only problem there. Maybe like I don't know what I would do with that, with games that never end. Maybe I could like do whenever I complete all the achievements, if they're easy enough to get through. The Ark I tried, but like that was kind of difficult. It was really confusing. I guess I should have figured, because I'm also not very good at Minecraft. I'm just not very good at those like craft games anyway. But at least I showed a little bit. So I fulfilled a little bit of the pool, I would say. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get back into that. Also because it's part of this subscription. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the goosebumps now. And then after that I can move on with the rest of the video. So the next goosebumps I want to talk about, I'm pretty sure, is Say Cheese and Die. That would make sense. I'm pretty sure I talked about the monster blood the last time. Could be wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Say Cheese and Die. So the differences, I would say, with the Say Cheese and Die, the film, the live action film, short film, I guess you could say, versus the book, was that, did I talk about Say Cheese and Die? It was either Say Cheese and Die or The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, I remember. I'm pretty sure it was Say Cheese and Die. Maybe I could just talk about both, though. Maybe I'll talk about both Say Cheese and Die and The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Because I am a little bit behind anyway, and I didn't do a Goosebumps for last week, so maybe I can give you like kind of a double feature, and maybe not talk so long about either one. So for the Say Cheese and Die, some of the differences were that once again, one of the characters was missing, if anyone remember that from like Stay Out of the Basement. But at least they seem to only, if they're gonna like make characters disappear, I think they usually only do one, like at least for the ones that are shown, like, because technically they did 2 for Stay Out of the Basement, but maybe the other friend, the friend of the son, doesn't actually count, because he didn't actually show up. He was only talked about because of lockpicking. So maybe that one doesn't count. But yeah, they only made one non-existent. And of course, when they do that, that means one of the other actors has to fill in the role of 2. And so in this case, I'm pretty sure it's Michael, I think his name was, who fulfilled the role of both, I forget his name, but I think it was the one who got the camera, the like more serious one. Which I guess isn't really saying much, since like they both like goofed off from time to time. But yeah, I think like that's the guy, like the one who like grabbed the camera in the book was like replaced by Michael taking both his own role and that guy's role. I'm pretty sure, because like Bird was still in the, what was it? Yeah, and then I think, or maybe, yeah, no, I think Michael took the picture, so, oh yeah, Bird said the great action shot, speaking for himself instead of, like, Bird speaking for that other friend, for Michael, so he kind of said Michael's line. Oh wait, so maybe it was Michael that wasn't there, kind of like, it was saying, like, the chubby guy, sort of chubby. Not really too chubby, but sort of. But yeah, the girl was still there, which I guess makes sense. May have been a little bit more weird for one of the boys to take up the girl's role. Just because it might still be kind of important that girl still fills a girl's role. I don't know. But yeah, so that was a little bit of a difference. I always want to mention when like they're missing a character. And another difference was that I think I talked about this, but luckily I'm gonna talk about the next one too. Yeah, like Oh yeah, I do remember talking about this, but I'm just giving you a recap. So like the pictures, like it took him like not as long to figure out the camera was haunted. They took less pictures. They didn't really like show the full of the birthday party like they did in the book. Also didn't show the softball game. So there's a few differences. Mostly like things they took away, which makes sense. But at least they didn't really change the plot like they kind of did in the Welcome to Dead House, where they like decide to include another way, another thing that the family had to get rid of before the like those zombie people could actually go after them, that wreath thing. So at least they didn't really change the. Actually, they did kind of change up one of the plots. Like instead of the guy dying, the old man dying, which I guess might have been a little scary for like a younger crowd, but it was in the book, and I think the books are for a younger crowd too. I don't know. He just got trapped in the camera. So yeah, I guess it's kind of the difference of like kind of like a Japanese adaptation versus an English adaptation. Kind of reminds me of that, where it's a little bit more intense usually. At least for like the Yu-Gi-Oh Japanese adaptation, it's more intense than like a 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh adaptation. If someone you remember, like they change up quite a bit. Like usually there's a little bit more swearing in the Japanese adaptation too, I noticed, and I don't think there's really any in when they're doing the English dub, the 4Kids version. So it's kind of like that, like where they make it a lot less intense. It makes sense because they also don't want to have to like show all that too, like more intense stuff. So yeah. So those are pretty much some of the big differences. At least he still explained a little bit about the camera. So that was nice that the old man, and it still turned out to be Spidey either way. But also another thing is I don't think they really explain nicknames, which might be a little confusing sometimes, because like you're thinking like, well, that's a weird name, and then they don't explain, so you're thinking like, wow, that's just a weird name. So you kind of need to read the book for nickname context, which I guess I could explain to you, like in Monster Blood. When I did explain the nickname context, but I don't think I explained the nickname context for Say Cheese and Die. If I did talk about before, for the Say Cheese and Die, the reason he was called Bird was because he had like bird legs and like really long legs and like a weird looking face, which I don't think they could really do justice in the TV adaptation, because I mean it makes sense that it would have been hard to find an actor like that. Maybe like makeup, but maybe like that would have been hard back in the day. So there's an explanation, like that might have been hard to figure out, since he didn't really look too bird-like, I think, in the TV adaptation. Anyway, now I'm gonna go over the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. So some of the differences for that, if I can remember. Actually, I can just skip the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb because they decided to not have an adaptation for that one. A few of the other within the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb kind of like series of books, they did decide to make TV adaptations for those, but they just didn't include, I guess, for number one. Like, I'm not sure if it's always if they're gonna skip one, it's the very first one, or if they just decide to do that for Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, and then one of the one coming up. But yeah, they decided to skip. Maybe it makes sense though that they skip the first one, because then they can. It's a little bit easier to just like have a different beginning, I guess, than if you like skip one in the middle and then you're gonna have to. I mean, they can always like piece it together anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But yeah. So just to give you a little bit of like I guess like that makes it so I kind of talk about Curse of the Mummy Tomb without talking about it. But I guess if anyone wants like a book review of the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb instead, I felt it was good. So basically they were cousins this time. Was there a dog in this one? Like this, was there a dog in Say Cheese and Die? I don't think there was a dog in Say Cheese and Die. I don't think so. So I don't think there was a dog for Curse the Mummy's Tomb either. This might have been the start of like where there were quite a few books without a dog, and then they had a dog again, starting after like a few books. So there was a little bit of gap, I guess, where there wasn't a dog. But it kind of makes sense that there wouldn't be a dog in Curse of the Mummy's Tomb since he traveled. It would have been kind of awkward having like a dog with them too. And we don't know if they had a dog at home. I don't know if they talked about it. But it wasn't really that important to the book anyway. Yeah, it would have been awkward since they were like traveling. So it makes sense that we didn't see a dog. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. I guess a little bit of like differences between the other 5. Oh wait, 4. Wait, no, 3. If Say Cheese and Die didn't have a dog either. Say Cheese and Die not having a dog though was a little bit more interesting though, if that's true, which I think is the case, because like that actually took place closer to home, yet there was no dog. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong though. Maybe like the mummy's hand they had kind of took the place of the dog, just like some kind of like companion that the main character has with them. So yeah. And like that was pretty interesting, calling attention kind of to garage sales, which I've been kind of getting into. So it was kind of nice, like talking about that. Like it also kind of like shows kind of like a little bit of the lore of garage sales, which I've been kind of finding. Like sometimes you can get stuff for real cheap. So that was pretty nice that they called attention to garage sales, because I think sometimes garage sales can be slightly overrated. I mean underrated. So whenever some like a book or a show kind of like at least like calls a little bit of attention to a garage sale, or other things that might be seen as a little bit of underrated, something that maybe people don't think about, like is nice, because then it gets people thinking like, hey, that's kind of cool. I wonder what treasures I could find at a garage sale. So that was kind of nice right there. So maybe that was my favorite part, just because like kind of like when like different kinds of like forms of entertainment calls attention to maybe underrated stuff, if it could be considered underrated. Yeah. Also, the scorpion part was a little scary. Like that was genuinely kind of scary. Like when he got caught, like when he like fell down into the room with the mummies and then started talking about the scorpions too. Like that was actually kind of scary, just because like scorpions, like especially like being in even a decent sized nest of them can be quite scary. But luckily he was able to escape unharmed. But I mean, that makes sense, just because like I think they're pretty much always escaping unharmed, at least the main characters are. But yeah, that was genuinely a little scary, I would say. So like that was a good job there, like using the horrors of like something that's like actually a real threat, and pulling that in, like that's pretty nice when like because like it really does feel like even kind of like if you're an older person, like you can be kind of like that can be kind of scary just because like you know how real of a threat that can be. So it's nice when Allstein puts in stuff that's more real, because a lot of that is fiction, but then he adds in a little bit of non-fiction threat sometimes, and that's nice because that's good for the older audience, because maybe they're thinking like, this isn't real though, but then you're reading about scorpions, you're like, oh man, that would be kind of scary. So yeah, good job to that. Also to garage sale bit. Overall, I mean, I don't really mind any of the Goosebumps books, but like I did really enjoy those two parts of the book, so that kind of helps to boost up the ratings there. Yeah. So far, I haven't found any Goosebumps books at garage sales. But if I do, I might just end up getting some of those just so like we can like maybe start up a Goosebumps collection, me and my sister. So yeah. We can like always share them. I don't tend to read a bunch of books at a time anyway. Yeah. And if I need to, I can always find them online usually. I haven't not been able to read a Goosebumps book yet that I haven't found online, so that's good. That's how I've been doing it. And all from free stuff. And sometimes it's a little bit hard to find audiobooks, but I mean, I've always been able to get the audiobooks too somehow, like one way or another. Anyway, there's that. I'm gonna go and open some packs just because I have some free packs and I want to get them before they expire. Also some of the shop stuff. Doesn't look like there's any news, but I'll make sure. Is there any big news? There's a little bit, but I'm not sure if any of it is big. Yeah, a few missions for the Duelist Cup, so make sure you get to those. And now there's some new ones, so now I'm pretty sure that gives you all of the missions. So if you've been waiting, now is a good time to get through the Duelist Cup for those missions. And then deluxe mates are always pretty nice because they like transform into different things. And this one is actually a pretty nice deluxe mate. I actually know a little bit more about this guy. Last one, I just didn't really care about as much because it was Sky Strikers, and I never played Sky Strikers. But I did play with like a Tri-Brigade Scareclaw build for a hot second. I still have it too. I still have the complete deck. I think. Unless I got rid of a few of the cards from the deck. I'm not sure. I know I got, I sold off some of my Sprite cards just because I didn't. Like I know if I can get back into that, it's probably gonna be in with frogs. And now that I'm playing more casually, I don't really need those like really powerful cards. But yeah, I'm not sure if I have the full Tri-Brigade build now. I think I do though. I think it was pretty much just some of the Sprite cards that I may have gotten rid of, and not sure about the other decks. Anyway, this is called Tri-Brigade Shrag, the Ominous Omen. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I did find some pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh cards for decent value. So if I can like trade off those like for like close to the original value, I can make a pretty good profit. Like either in the form of other cards or maybe in the form of money, or like a mix of both. Doesn't really, I don't really mind it either way. Maybe I can trade for the some of them for one copy of the new Fire King structure deck, just so I can like have the cards and like I've been liking to where like I get one copy of the structure deck and seeing how well I do with one copy of the structure deck, like how it is in all of its in its original glory. Like, since I'm playing casually, it might be too easy to win even if I did like 3, because like when when I go to that shop to play casually, like a lot of the times, especially with one of the players, like they have I just like feel like I win too easily. So I'm trying to like give myself a little bit, see what restrictions I can come up with, see like ways I could win. And if like maybe if it's a more powerful deck, I could actually bring out one of my more powerful decks myself. Like maybe that Scareclaw if it's still together. The Tribe Gauge Scareclaw. And then so yeah, I'm gonna try to like I think trade some of those cards, like maybe for that Fire King structure deck. That would be pretty nice, because I was probably gonna want to buy it eventually anyway, and so that kind of counts as like a money trade in a way, because I probably would have won it anyway. And that might be an easy way to do it, because then like the person is thinking like, well, I'm not actually trading for actual money, but I'm still getting something I may have wanted to buy anyway. So yeah. So you can read the lore if you want. I guess I'll read it. The leaders of the tribe game, made up of those once expelled from tribes, championing the power of unity and forgiveness. The determination on the front lines profoundly moves all who witness it. And the reason I want to buy these, at least some of the ones, is because like quite a few of them have a limited time only on them, so I want to make sure I get them before they're gone. And then the wallpaper, once again, pretty cool because it shows up on your home screen. Maybe it doesn't show up within duels, but I think like they're probably some of the best accessories, just because it's really nice like seeing them up on your home screen. Like they like are the ones that like have the like show off the biggest, like they're the most obvious, like to you, maybe not to like people you deal with, but I like them because they're like the biggest things to me, like the ones I'm always seeing like right away when I go into the home screen. The biggest thing there. And the lore here is 2 dragons clash, one that has stolen the power of dragon alchemy, and another that preserves and awakens despite losing its power. The 2 dragons imbued with opposing powers merge as they battle. And this Brandon Fusion artwork is pretty cool because it shows off 2 of the fusions. I don't think they have a fusion where they're fused together, but maybe that's some foreshadowing that they will eventually. And then team formation. Yeah, team bows. I think that's coming. I'm not sure if that's there yet, or maybe they're just talking about for casual bows. So, like maybe you don't worry about that unless you're really into like casual bows, which you're not like. They're not important unless you want to just play for fun, really. But I guess if that's like maybe that's an allure to playing it, because like maybe that's you can't play it anywhere else. A few more secret packs coming, so that means more free packs. A few changes. Oh wait, of course they added some Zodiac cards because they were banned before. Now they're not. Apparently, Barrage isn't a bad card. Just playing it as an engine, maybe as a fairly easy way to unlock Zeus, because once you get a Zodiac on field, you can go into a 1-card Exceed, so you're not really giving up a lot. And if you have a way to like destroy it, then maybe like you don't even have to give up your normal summon for going into Zeus, and then you could like wipe the field and then go into something else after Zeus. You do have to still give up your battle phase though. But yeah, you definitely don't want to like put out a bigger board until after you use the Zeus, because otherwise you'll just wipe out all of your stuff. It's really hard to bypass the Zeus wipe your own cards, because it's not actually destroying them. A lot of things have destruction immunity, but like not a lot of things have like just simple send immunity, send to graveyard immunity. And then yeah, see, these are some more time sensitive stuff. So I'm probably gonna get these just because they're time sensitive, not necessarily because I really care about them too much. But I guess since I'm showing these off, maybe like I'm up to signing 4. So thank you to a new person who did subscribe. And as always, if you want me to shout you out, you can always like leave me a comment saying that you're the one who subscribed, and I can always shout you out like in the next video after you comment that. And if I do get one more subscriber, so I get to 75, this time you have until the end of the Duelist Cup here. If I get one more subscriber, I think I'm going to try my hands at building up some kind of live twin sprite variant. But I also want to include that's really small frog engine, which I don't think should mess it up too much, since there's really only 3 cards anyway, so it's probably not that big of a deal. And I want to see how it does, but that's only if I get to 75 before the end of the Duelist Cup. And maybe that doesn't give you a ton of times, but all I'm asking you for is 1 subscriber. And then maybe if that doesn't happen, maybe it can just be like once I eventually get to 100 subscribers, maybe I can just do that, like try to build up a some kind of live twin sprite variant with a small frog engine. Just at any point I reach 100 subscribers. Or if you want to see early, you can like just 1 more subscriber before the end of the Duelist Cup, and I can even show it off when I actually build it up to. Just like maybe like 1 duel, so I can like still like put up a lot of the solo mode stuff still within that same video. Actually, maybe it could be in the video where I do open, and then at the very end I could like do the live twin thing, some gameplay with that if I still have time. Here's deluxe icon frame, maybe not as splendid as deluxe as a deluxe mate, because like it's not changing form, it's just showing a little bit of animation, but it's still kind of cool. Like this could be a good one for like close to Christmas too. I mean, it's a good one at pretty much this month as a whole, so it's nice that they have it. And it's less live 22, so maybe like this is a good one if you're not really trying to show off live twins, but you still just want to show off a little bit of Christmassy vibes or wintry vibes. And anyway, the lore states an icon frame that allows anyone to dress up as a snowman at any time. It is said to be a must-have item for viewers of a certain channel, but many people choose it just because it is kawaii. And then gift exchange, which kind of reminds you of White Elephant, basically. I think that's basic. Well, I mean, maybe not exactly doing White Elephant, but it's kind of the same way. You might end up with trash gifts. Yeah. And then so a gift exchange everyone can enjoy to celebrate this day. The children were thrilled with the gifts, but all the unfortunate man got was a weird t-shirt. Which can happen if you're playing which is more likely to happen if you're playing something like White Elephant, where you grab a random gift. I mean, you can swap for it maybe, but if your gift isn't like that good, then nobody might want to swap with you, which just kind of stink. There's an element of just like disappointment like that. Anyway, I think you're normally opening more than 1 though, so I think like you're not normally stuck with just 1 thing, but maybe like sometimes you are. And then a protector depicting a beautiful and fierce dragon with golden flames for those who believe in the miracle of the bond between a boy and a girl. Yeah, because the talk Mount Albaz and I think it's that one sprint card that they're talking about for the girl. I forget exactly who though. Oh no, that one Tribe Brigade. Tribe Brigade Kid, I think. Springin's Kit, who also happens to be Springin's Kit. So yeah. And then wallpaper, New Frontier. Even if the scare of war don't heal, people slowly strive for a new future. A boy and a girl also decide to embark on a journey, aiming to see the vast world and reclaim what's precious to them. Oh, is it not Kit? I'm not exactly sure who that girl is then. Clasia? Is it Ecclesia? Maybe. Let's go to the shop. We can, because that's the last of the notifications. So now I can open up the accessories. I'll do these first, since these are easy. Yeah, see, this one is limited time. Oh, it's, oh, I didn't notice that there was also this as Lux. Oh, I guess it was a mate, this Sky Strike, but I still don't really like it, though. This one is a mate, though. Of course, it costs a little bit more because it's a deluxe mate. Too bad they don't have a deluxe mate for... Oh, maybe that's why it does cool animations. I don't know. Here's deluxe mates. Yeah, change their appearance when certain conditions are met. I don't know. Maybe I'll still just keep the... Oh yeah, there was a laundry dry mate, deluxe mate. I don't know if this is gonna change his appearance as much though. I think I'll just keep the totally awesome. That doesn't look like that's going away anytime soon. Oh, apparently you don't get the icon with the bundle, which does kind of stink, but oh well. And then the frost frame is also limited time, so I'm gonna... So not as many limited time stuff as I thought. This is also limited time though. I think that's it. Yeah. So now there's a few packs that I have to grab before time expires, like this one. Yeah, so probably not gonna get anything too big because it's only one pack, but I might get lucky. Nothing too big here. A lot of erratic stuff though. Then there's this one. This one has a lot of valence. Looks like I am getting one card that's a super rare. But it's not one I need. I can always just enchant it later on if I want. And I think that's it. Yeah, so there wasn't a lot. I might have missed a few, I'm not sure, but not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think I might have missed a few free pulls for a few packs. Might as well get the ones I can, though. Cool, I got, Inscription. That's actually... I think that's more of a side deck card, though. But this could come in handy. Maybe more than just a side deck card if there's a lot of different decks that are like utilizing any of these effects, but I don't think so just yet, so but maybe later. So it's a nice card to have. And I got a Despian card too. Yeah, so I have some special tickets, so I might as well use these. I'm not sure if there's a difference here between the special tickets and like what I just got. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think there was really much of a difference. So nothing too big in those packs though, but that's it. So it's a total of 3 free ones, so make sure you can get to those. I'm not sure what happens if it goes away. No, maybe for those you just miss out. I'm not sure how it is for the free packs, for the secret packs though. Maybe I should test it, like some kind of pack that went away that I know I opened a secret pack of one like free pack for. Maybe I could like grab like craft a card from there and sing it and see if I still get a free pack. And maybe like another time I could just let one expire that gives me a that gave me a free thing. Let one of the secret card packs expire that like come special and like give you a free pack right away. Maybe I can let one of those expire and then get it and then craft a card from it when it is expired, when it like does leave and like shows up as a normal secret pack, and then see if I still get a free card then. If I still get a free pull then, but I can just do it for normal, like, because like if it's showing a free card, then you can just assume that it's gonna be one free pull either way, so. Because it might not even matter if you get to it right when it's there, but if you have like a free pull, you might as well go for it. I'm just kind of curious. So now I can restock my gems a little bit. This is when my newest thing expires, so I got until the 28th now. So that's quite a few days. Now let's go into the solo mode. I'm still in the Ally of Justice. Yeah, probably not going to have time to do pack openings at the end, but I did a few free ones still, so that's good. So, the lore here is where my opponent's trying to tribute summon high level Ally of Justice, so they're focusing more on like tribute summoning monsters. Utilizing Monarch, so it's a little bit of Monarch Ally of Justice high level theme with a lot of tribute summoning, and then they're also trying to tribute summon using some of my monsters, using a few Monarch cards that allow for that. Oh, and like using a card that allows for that, while also having escalation, which allows for tribute summoning when it's not their turn. And that combined with Monarch Stormforth is pretty powerful, because then they can get rid of a card on my turn, while also like giving a little bit more powerful field presence at the same time. And they can also exceed summon some level 8 stuff. So, and maybe like other high ranked monsters too. And my loner deck, it's featuring a combination of Ally of Justice and I guess Magical Hound. It's a lot more focus on Ally of Justice though. Oh, I guess I'm given a making it a little bit easier to sync summon though, by being able to like have double summon, which gives me 2 monsters in a turn, since I've been having a little bit of trouble with sync summoning because I was normally only able to put out 1. So now double summon will help out a little bit, and also Black God will too, by giving me a token at the same time as me normal summoning something. So yeah. So my deck is more focused on like easier synchro summons. Like the monster lineup is mostly is really just Ally of Justice once again, but the spell and trap should help make it a little bit easier to sync summon a little faster. And there's my double summon. And I have a tuner and a non-tuner, making sure I have a level 7 synchro though, which I do, so that's good. They might be able to sync some on my turn. What's also nice about Monarchs is that a lot of them are A few of them are lights. And since they have 2 monsters, I can just special summon there, so I might as well. It's not bad. Maybe I could threaten their board a little bit before I go with the sync summon. Or I can just go into the... too bad I don't have the one that can negate a effect during your end phase, so... Maybe I should have... No, it's fine. Yeah, I could do double summon after. Really? Nah, it probably does matter. Do I have level 6 synchro this time? I do have a... So I do have a few level 6 synchros this time. So pretty nice. So it looks like I do have a lot of more different levels of synchros. So now I won't be as stuck also. I guess I can just go for battle first. It's negating it. Don't want to get rid of this because I need it for the sync summon. So now I can go for the double summon. Oh, I don't want to get rid of that. Or I can go for, do I have a rank 4? So in lieu of like having more synchros to get rid of a few other exceeds, like now I can't go into rank 4 where I normally could. Those are the greatest lineup anyway. I do have a few links, but I'm not sure how great they are. It's too bad the Samurai Destroyer has to be destroyed by a card effect in order to get its effect though. But if it is kind of powerful. Yeah. No way am I giving up these two for Reproducus. There's the Black Garden. So now I can go for... Actually, it gives me non-tuners, so... Can't really go for any Synchro summons. But I can still go for Reproducus, because I can still use that token for Reproducus. I might as well, Maybe I'll just go for Nullifier, try to negate. Oh, it summons to their field? Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait, why did it... Oh, it halves the... But at least it when they summon something, it also affects them. Okay, well, at least it's still just being negated. Wait. Oh! It stops the effects from being activated. Oh, wait. Oh, that's cool. It can also stop effects from being activated whenever it battles. So special summoning something, but then it also gives me a token. But they get to choose where it's placed. That wasn't much of a turn. I guess I might as well summon this. And then I can just attack and it will be destroyed. Because it's a light. So that's not bad. Yeah, I might as well attack with the destroyer. This might be game, it might not be. Oh yeah, it's game. Cool. Okay, well there was that. And then probably have to be leaving here pretty soon. Actually, I think I do have time for a real short pack opening, so I'll do that. I'm still looking for that shadow mosquito because that's still a really good pickup though. I'm gonna do the scenario later on though. I don't want to like run into problems if I do the scenario now. So it's the legacy pack. Here, I guess I could give you a sneak peek at what's in the Duelist Cup rewards. Anything good this time? Doesn't really look like there's too much good stuff. I mean, I guess Invader of Darkness could be kind of good if we're like, if Runics suddenly become really good again. And a few of these psychic ones. And there are a few psychic cards that could be good if you're like playing like some sort of like banished psychic deck. I think Psybeast. Yeah, like that. They could be good if you're playing banished psychic. A few of them do happen to be level 2s, but not really like gonna be very useful in sprites. I'll open that later. I'm gonna do 10 again. Not gonna do 100. Definitely don't have time for 100. Ah, man, that's a cool. That's a. Huh. I got a royal finish. That's nice. Man, it would have been something if I would have gotten royal finish for a card that would have been good for my sprite deck, but this isn't really gonna be useful because my sprites aren't really gonna play with a lot of like level 6s. Maybe one of these days. I'm never gonna have to be afraid of disenchanting this card since I can't. That's definitely my first royal finish I have of this card. So that's not a bad one, just because it's a royal finish. Raigeki Break is pretty good within the Blue Eyes deck in Duel Links because you can like discard like the White Stone of Ancients and then get its effect on the end phase while also getting rid of something on the opponent's side of the field. This could be good when you're like face down like against a bunch of decks that are actually looking to discard your stuff. Or you could even play this in Dark World because you're giving your opponent cards that like make you discard, so it'll be counted as it's being discarded by an opponent's card effect. But there's better cards that like there's better ways of taking advantage of that. So yeah, not really gonna be good even if like you are, but I mean, I don't know, maybe in a more budget build, but it shouldn't be too hard to get a non-budget build of a Dark World deck. But yeah, it's probably gonna be best in Dark World if you really want to try to make it work, since Dark Worlds have a lot of like things they can give the opponent that make you have to discard. And that fusion makes you have to, like, turns one of the effects into where you have to discard 2, which will also trigger that burn. So maybe if you want to have fun with like a little bit of a burn Dark World deck, some kind of that kind of thing. Anyway, I think my favorite, definitely this one for the royal finish is really nice. The most useful card, I don't know, I guess Raigeki Break. It destroys anything. I don't know, it does have Duel Links vibes, but I don't know, just the best in general. I don't really know, like, not a lot of these are really that great, but I guess the Worm Damocles is kind of cool since, I mean, I did get into Worms a little bit ago, but then, oh yeah, with the Worms a little bit ago, since that they were kind of within the story for the Ally of Justice. So, kind of nice based on like where we are. But yeah, if anyone has any thoughts on the pack opening just as a whole, or on any of the cards themselves, wants to give a little bit of a review, or anything else, you can feel free. Oh yeah, before I leave, I'm gonna at least say the Bible verse. So the Bible verse for today is, hey, I'll talk a little bit about it too. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Matthew 6:25. That's a new international version for those who are interested. So basically this is saying, like, try not to worry about, like, the earth. If you want to, like, think about something, like, think more about spiritual things. Because eventually, because you're going to be spending a lot more time in heaven than you will on earth anyway. Since if you get into heaven, which you really want to try to get into, you'll be spending all your life, all your eternity there, whereas, like, maybe 100 years on earth, something like that, maybe more if you're lucky, or I don't know. It depends on how you think of it, like, if it's really lucky or not. But you could always just spend life on earth, just maybe, like, like, teaching people about Jesus in whatever ways you can to make it a little bit, to make it not feel so drab, which is basically the whole point, pretty much the main point anyway. So yeah, if anyone else has any thoughts on this verse, you can feel free to let me know, but I gotta end it there, because I don't want to run into time. So I hope you enjoyed whatever you saw of the video, and I thank you so much for any of the Macedol or other content you did see, and I want to give a special thanks to everyone who stayed for the entire video. And hopefully the like button actually lights up for people in this one. If anyone wants to let me know, they can. Bye.